Things on it, including a couple of overviews of what's going on with the city budget. Maybe you can explain again why we're going over this material.
Council has met with our budget process, and so all the departments have come forward with their business plans. But what we wanted to do was get more citizen involvement, and so we've taken the first part of the upcoming next few council meetings to present the larger parts of the budget. So tonight or on Thursday, Patrice Hilderly, the treasurer, will present an overview on the budget, give a sense as to what the tax increases proposed are, give a sense as to what our debt situation, the larger issues, and then that'll be followed up by David Curry, the CAO. He will present the engineering budget, and public works, engineering, roads. That's one of the larger budgets, so he'll be talking about the items in that budget, and he'll also be highlighting possibilities that council will be looking at as far as enhancing or extending transit service in the city. So there's a few options to consider. So again, we wanted to get people involved in the budget process because it gives them a sense as to where the city's heading in the next 1, 2, 3, 4 years.
Right. In actuality, Pat, you are a few meetings into the budget process. Are you happy with the way that it's playing out so far?
Well, again, departments have been doing the business plan, saying their business plans. They've been presenting their budgets. Councillors have been questioning them on their spending, and but we've decided that we would hold any amendments until the end of the process. And so they're taking notes, so we're getting now to the point where councillors will have to start coming forward, indicating and asking questions, saying, okay, do you think we can make some cuts here? We might see some of that starting on Thursday.
Okay. Now, also on the agenda, Police Chief Rod Freeman's coming forward with an interesting item. It's called the Fortification Bylaw, and if you can maybe just explain for us on the surface what that entails.
Fortification, basically it has to do with, there's been a resurgence of outlaw motorcycle gang activity in the province of Ontario. So a number of communities have put forward this fortification bylaw, and what it prevents is, if anyone's familiar with the motorcycle gangs, they move into a community, they get a property, they fortify it, they put up surveillance cameras, and it makes it far more difficult for lawful entry of enforcement agencies. And so what this bylaw does, it tries to get ahead of that by establishing a bylaw that these sort of fortifications aren't permitted. A number of communities have instituted this particular bylaw. I believe down in Chatham, Kent, it was tested and it was successfully defended. So it's something that the police chief wants to get ahead of. We've had motorcycle gangs locate here in Woodstock in the past, and so there's a concern, historically, where motorcycle gangs have become entrenched, it becomes a concern for public safety. So Police Chief Freeman's come forward with this fortification bylaw to be proactive and get ahead of any potential problems that might be coming in the future.
So that steel door installed over the weekend, that's not going to fly now at City Hall?
Well, it'll probably fly for you as an individual resident, and there's nothing to stop individual residents from putting up security cameras for what we'll call regular surveillance. But when you go over the top, that's what this bylaw wants to prevent.
Okay. Yeah, and I know this is the police chief's expertise, but obviously, as the mayor, you don't want to see this type of activity in your city.
I don't want to see it. The citizens don't want to see it. And on the same track, Police Chief Freeman, he's promoting safer communities, and that's an initiative that'll be the people will be hearing a lot more of in the days to come. So
yeah, no, we'll be watching that closely, and the police chief set to make a presentation on Thursday night, so we'll definitely stay tuned for that. Thanks for your time today, Pat, and looking forward to a good council meeting Thursday night.
Thank you, Adam, and we'll see you there on Thursday.